Hey everybody, it's Risley, and these are pets that have been super automatically since the day they were born. Isn't that insane? Since the day they were born, they came out popping, came out fist fighting. It was kind of crazy, a lot of blood happened in the hospital. We honestly don't really talk about it a whole lot because it traumatized a few people who were present, but ignoring that fact, they're pretty cute though, Pretty cute, super little pets. I like the pig, and I appreciate the mosquito. It is a new weekly. Resist the urge to see all the animals immediately. Maybe for at least a turn or two until I give in to check if there's a bison. 2 mosquitoes or 2 pigs? That's the lame thing, you know, I feel like it's happened several times where I had the opportunity to run like 5 pigs at once. And if they give you the opportunity to run all of one animal, for the sake of it being kind of funny, you gotta do it. But it's like physically impossible to win because they're gonna die in one hit. The enemy physically you can't win unless the enemy is going 4-squatted and also gets killed. So I'm gonna say 2 mosquitoes is probably better. If only because if they have pigs... See, we're doing Mr. President with our pig. If they have pigs, our pig is gonna live because theirs are gonna get hot sniped. Unless, of course, they have 2 mosquitoes, in which case, touche. Will be some inedible predators. I think the law of something being a predator means that it's probably an animal, in which case it has to be physically edible. Unless it's like a blowfish. No, you can eat a blowfish, you just be real fancy about it. Honestly, I think that humanity has gotten to the point where we could eat physically anything as long as we have some time to prepare it, because we know how to make crap work. We could melt it down or season it with like a heck of a lot of salt and pepper. We can make anything. I could eat probably a bar of iron if I had enough time for it, you know? Humans know to stretch the limits. Hey! That was kind of close to being a win, isn't that crazy? What is our hat? Baseball hats? I saved these 2 beetles because they are of the same animal, and my brain said, we like same animals, but is it actually a good use? Well, the fact that we got a level means that yes, it was! Thank you for asking. Simply, thank you for asking so that I could tell you that it was indeed correct, and that I am in fact a man-spankin' genius who can't speak very well. That dog, though. We have dogs. I would like a dog. A jellyfish? We do have several people who could embrace the jelly concept. I don't want to level now because we're so close, and this is the point where I give up. Do we have bisons? We don't have bisons. Okay, so fun strats out the window. We can level whenever. I mean, we still want tier 4s. No, 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 okay. In terms of tier 4 units, this weekly is a little bit crunchy, I would say. Definitely not opportune. However, who needs good tier 4 units when you only keep your first tier units for the entirety of the game because they have decent stats by the time you get around, and you're just not interested in any tier 3s, so in the end you just have the same guys that you started with? Are you gonna win with that team? Maybe, maybe not. Are you gonna feel proud of them for however far they did get because they're basically family at that point? Of course! You can't ask me to trade family for anything. I would like A level. Thank you! I don't want that one though. I'm thinking it would be cool if we got another level so that I wouldn't have to sell a half level to get you out there. I guess we don't need the beetle anymore. That is true. We have lollipops. Lollipops are always a crazy jam because there's a few select animals who just go completely insane if they have access. It doesn't look like any of them are here today though. Rip those guys. I would buy fried shrimp. Do we have actual foods? 1, 2, 3 steak. Steak isn't tier 6. Has steak always been a tier 6 food? I feel like that's like a tier 3 or something. I swear I've seen that much more commonly. Elephant? I don't really care for elephant peacock, but elephant anything else with a hurt trigger would be cool, but we don't have it. Okay. Enough analyzing nothing. We're not keeping you. We're not keeping any of you people. Currently all we're doing is kind of scaling a jellyfish. But my little dilemma with jellyfish is that I feel like the majority of the time when I get them, I kind of give up on them like 2 rounds into having them in lieu of something else, so they never really get scaled, but the amount of effort that I put into scaling them to that point gets completely out the window because I didn't keep it far enough. But I've gone against teams that had thick jellyfish, so I can't say that they're nasty. If there's an open space plus 2 gold, I understand the concept here. The concept is, I wish that llamas were ever in the same pack as you, but it seems like I haven't signed a single weekly that has that happen. 2 of you? Am I gonna do that? Like, why, though? What's the level? Is it just like 4 gold? 4 gold? I mean, that's not too shabby, and they've given me 2 of them. At this point, I'll commit for right now. Whoa. When I bought that first one, it sounded like a laser gun. Is that on purpose, or is that actually what they sound like? Okay, well, we might as well buy a food then. I'm gonna give it to you because you're not really doing anything else. Hawkeye here would like a pineapple, which I do believe exists. Legend says that people made up pineapples specifically to cause controversy in the world of pizza, but I say, in my dearest heart, I think they actually exist in the real world. Okay, you can't have scaling and a lizard, especially not a leveled one. Lizards are actually made illegal. They decided that they were too lame and were no fun, so they removed them from the game. You didn't hear? Oh, the world where if you didn't hear anything, you just get to ignore the rule because you happen not to have known about it. Gain 1 gold, works 2 times. Hey, how about nay? How about stats, though? I would like scaling, but who am I going to get rid of for it? I mean, honestly, the jellyfish has decent stats, but should probably leave because we're not going to do anything with it. That's scaling. This is scaling, though. You're out. Because I simply like the hawk more than I like you. A puppy would work really well with you, but it's a little late. And I'd have to sell someone to get him out there. I just don't think it's worth today. Today, I do not believe it is worth. Maybe yesterday? Yesterday, I had $5 billion. Today, I don't. I made one of those wishes that was like, you have to have this much money, but you have to spend it within a day or you lose it. And I lost it. Apparently, you can't buy anything that costs $15 billion in one day without, like, paperwork and crap. Is this the new Toad? Why does he look so, like, half sad? He's smiling, but he's got sad eyes. He used to be so derpy and innocent, and now he's got, like, anxiety or something. With his backwards hat, it's all coming together. I'm keeping this mosquito because it's getting stats, so it's maximizing my dragonfly. I would like enemies who do things, though, and a toad does do things. It is true. You can be a banana. Pills? No pills. Sadness. I love pill and banana at the same time. Monkeys are a jam, and I love seeing them as maximally as possible. Will I get rid of you now? There is no melon. So you're not even anti-melon technology. You know what? We're gonna commit early. We're getting less stats. However, the stats are gonna be decent. Not immediately. The frog should not be up front. You saying that, I'm saying that. We're talking to each other about the fact that you should not be up here. Hey, okay, well the enemy's doing it too, so... Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not so sure that the manta ray concept is worth. I could say that I did choose basically no one with stats. I sold everyone who had damage and had only babies, but I could also blame it on the manta ray, which sounds a little bit easier to me. We'll get an apple. 2 dudes who benefit other people, but they're gonna stay on the team anyway. Today we can be some silly birds. Like this duck with a little bonnibel on its head. Pretty silly. I mean, this guy's a waterfowl. If he gets it wet, it'll just like get all mushy and float away, so he's being kind of silly with the concept that he even wants one to begin with. And we'll take another, and we'll take a thrice. We will feed big duck, big mosquito, big duck. Probably could have rolled to see if I happen to get another mosquito though. Big duck was given the apple because I happen to already have 2 of them, so closer to leveling. But if we had rolled and found a mosquito, then that would have been more ideal. Oh my gosh! They're gonna kill my duck, and then they're gonna kill me! Except not. Joke's on y'all, I'm amazing. Also, they forgot the mosquito. You can't have just ducks and mice. The mosquito is what keeps it balanced. We're still doing big duck because I've already committed to the concept. However, I would like some tier 2s because you guys are all janky. You guys can get together, and this guy can come out. And yes, I hope we get a mouse next turn, so that we can boom, hot level, boom, get out of my face, double apple, that peacock sounds like a jam. If I did know what a jam was, and some might say that I do. I personally would say that I don't, but others would say that I did. No, no. I said no swiping, but Swiper was not listening. That's the problem with the modern age, is that all these young kids always have earphones in their ears that you can't even tell a swiper to stop swiping because he didn't even hear you. And if he can't hear you, as we said, he doesn't have to follow the law. That's like the rule of nature. Would I actually like you to start up here? Not really. But we'll do it because of, because you feel like a synergy. I don't think the synergy is stunning, especially because most of the time with a Peacock, especially in the early game, he's probably gonna die more than he's gonna, like, be able to hit twice, so him getting even more damage, like, plus one trigger of that is enough to kill a guy. More is overkill and is only taking her health away. I would like a lizard. Ooh, that's crunchy, isn't it? Using you to hit you. If this guy shot forward, that would be so dumb. Backwards doesn't make sense because you have to wait to the back and then he summons it, then you attack it. It would only work once, theoretically, unless they did something crazy. I would trade this for you because it's simply better. Yes, and I was really hoping for you to, like, get a friend. Maybe a brother? I could pivot to Toad. Is it really a pivot? It feels weird to say that selling your tier 1 and tier 2s is a pivot necessarily, because it's, like, required for everything. It's not. In order to be a pivot, you have to have an established plan, I think, in, like, concept. If you have nothing going on and no plans and have no idea what's going on, it's not pivoting, it's just starting your actual squad. They mistakenly run a manta ray. Joke's on them, that's a neuter of the team. Yes? Okay, we've ceased the commitment there. We get one apple, kind of a bouncer. Another one, and a pineapple. I told you so. I told you so. I told you once and twice. I knew they were real. I knew they were real because when I was a child, I ate some and I decided to myself, I said, wow, this is so sweet that it's bitter. It's so sweet that it's like rounded out to being sour and hard for me to eat. And when I was a child, I was very sensitive to extremely strong flavors. You could call me a basic bee. You could call me really boring, but that's who I was. And can you really look at a child and say, hey, you're really boring and not feel weird about yourself? Like, to a child? Come on now. Are we winning? I haven't been paying attention. We have 3 wins and 3 hearts. That's an even... Okay, weakness. Kinda honestly glad you killed my elephant, because I'm pretty sure he was gonna kill my peacock if he lasted any longer than that. And the monkey, the banana, what tier is a banana? Only 4? Yeah, well, it's like 4 times better than the average bee, and it's a summon. That's a pretty good tier 4, I would say. As far as tier 4s go. I would like to get rid of this duck. So at the first awesome opportunity, I'm sorry hamster, I don't respect you whatsoever. So you're not the earliest opportunity. Neither are you guys. Level. Sell. I would like to get you a benefit, but honestly, well, I could save this for next turn. Okay, we have a little bit of a sell trigger situation going here. And if the elephant accidentally kills our peacock, I would like the snail to get Kit first. If this elephant so much as touches this hawk, I would be amazed, because where's the damage on the enemy team? And I would also be so sad, because that hawk has... You know how easy it is to break a bird's wing? It's extremely easy, they're very fragile. Stop sniping me. This is not a snipe weekly, haven't you heard? Oh, so close. So close, it was basically a dream. I felt like it was a dream at least. Stacking, out of my face. Yes. Purchasing. I don't really want another elephant, honestly. I would like to get out of what I have going on here. The problem being, like, there's not... It's a pretty bad weekly. Like, I haven't even played my second game. We're gonna die in a second, but, like... Basically, all of the units I'm seeing here, we're lacking in run definers. We've got a bunch of guys who you might be like, yeah, that could be cool, like as a background thing that I could switch out later. Until you get to turn 6, like, the monkey's back, he's great. They're very supportive. Everything in the early game, the first 4 tiers are just pure support units, which is not the greatest. This is going to be joining the team. In fact, it is quite possibly worth it to, like, switch the cow and one of our level 2s to get it out there. Quite possibly, as in it's not. Oh, please don't die. I finally got a unit that does things. Well, I'm gonna have a really big peacock, so thank God this guy's dead. No, he can do it. Yeah. Whoa, that was a strong snipe. What is this, 5 damage? Boof. Don't hit my peacock. Thank you. Thank you, God. You get weak. You can't summon a adorable bunny rabbit with your carrot as much as I would have liked to see it, honestly. So yes, and then you suck, actually. So let's get scaling. We've got a bunch of 2s, so we'll go with that. I would like something that offers me a benefit. Such as you getting to level 2 or more stats. Probably more stats is not really the correct answer, given the fact that we're gonna die at any given moment. But if we didn't, and we found another penguin, we'd have 3 penguins stuffed inside a single trench coat, giving out double stats. Doesn't that sound funny, hilarious, beautiful even? 3 cramped up penguins stuck in a trench coat? Is that not the most handsome image you've ever seen? In your brain? Can we? Can we? Well, no, but we were closer than one might expect. We run again! We do not give up with a 4-win. A 4-win is a stinker. It's a hot stinker, and I do not respect it. This time, they're going to give me a dog early, or I'm gonna live long enough to see units that do cool things. These guys have the Hat of Moons. We're using cultist power now. With the power of believing in, like, a demon, I think we can make this out. Insolent bagels, fishy bagels, or unwashed bagels. Silly millennials forgot how to wash their bagels. Back in my day, we scrubbed them for hours. It was like the primary job of a housewife, you know? They stayed home, they scrubbed the bagels to make sure that breakfast was always pristine. It is the most important meal of the day. 2 mosquitoes, I can't deny it. I can't deny that they certainly are in front of my face. This ruins our symmetry, and therefore is sad. However, it's also a bee, which therefore is happy, and now we're halfway to like 3 levels on turn 1. That's pretty frisky. Doing pretty well. Hey, don't shoot my bird. Oh, thank you. That was very unrude of you. Oh, we're still gonna lose? Well, it's a draw. If I had had 1 more beautiful bee, I could have pulled that out. This is the one of dreams. Man, look at all these levels. Look at all these hot levels. I could buy you, but then I wouldn't be able to afford whatever you spawn, so there's no point in not waiting. But I think you could stay to the late game. Should I actually just buy a lizard one time? Like, I was asking for things that are good. The lizard is good. I don't know if there's anything to, like, synergize with it, but the lizard by itself is really annoying in the early game. How about, somebody get killed? My mosquitoes would like to draw blood. They're starving to death. That was very lucky. And another draw. I'm honestly not really sure if the game's gonna get harder because we keep drawing or easier. We'll just have to see. You can have this because you're super. I wanted to buy someone who does something, and kind of you do something. A little bit, but I'd have to level. I'd rather save my levels. Okay, we're doing Big Bird, continuing that concept. Probably want to lollipop you if you do get to level 3 and we decide that you're, like, cool enough to stick around. And I mean, your hat does match your feathers. A lot of thought was put into her outfit today, so I think she might be worthy of sitting around. Too much damage. See, 1 lizard destroying everything. Everything I love and hold dear. I would take 1 snail, so let's do this, and then snail it, and then get out of my face. Nope, get out of my face. Okay, you're not that cool. You're also a little lame. A little less lame, but still not the coolest. Do I want to replace for any of you? I don't. That's a lot of mosquitoes. There's not a whole lot of point to me using my entire next turn buying mosquitoes because there is no bison, so him being level 3 means basically nothing except he's a better mosquito. Which you'd be like, that's kind of cool, and I'd be like, I'm not gonna keep him. I don't care how good of a mosquito he is, he's still a mosquito. Of everything in the universe that could be destroyed, and everyone would be like, yeah, that's pretty chill. I would say mosquitoes are probably number 1. Oh, we could do discount foods. Are any of you only 1 gold? No. I'd still rather do this. Okay. Did I want this really, or was I just, like, joking about it when I said I wanted it? She's gonna give us more food to choose from. None of that food was so crazy that I'm like, we can't let the turn. It's the one opportunity of my life. I will not miss my shot to fire, my guy. I wish that you had had a little bit less attack. Ooh, I wish that you had a little bit less, babies. Close? We got closer than it looked. Still a loss, though. Only 1 win on turn 8, 7? That's pretty crazy. Yes? No. Yes, but no. But yes, though. And you can have this. I am looking to get rid of the squirrel. If only we could find someone who was cool. You were supposed to be here 5 turns ago, or like 4 turns ago, at the minimum. If not day 1. How would you have gotten one of those on day 1? Well, you'd have to do some sort of a hack. Maybe like a Pokemon Nuzlocke style, where the first animal you get. Oh, you could actually do a challenge like that in Super Autobots, couldn't you? That you have to do it with the entire team that you started with, or that At the start of every turn, you had to switch one animal out with like one from that store, which that's not that hard because a lot of teams are victorious with one kind of slacker unit, so that's not really that much of a nerf, yes? I still like the squirrel better than the hamster though, so I don't really want to trade, but then all of this is still also kind of stinky. Kinda stinky. So much so that I'm actually gonna roll. I'm gonna say I don't need you guys so hard that I'm not even gonna look at you or the concept of you. Even if you could be awesome in some universe. I think the existence of the turtle may help us actually win once. No, I wanted the melon to go to the jelly. To go to killing the jelly. Yes, we won anyway. Okay. 2-2. Stats, not amazing. But I was pretty jamming. No! This squirrel, I'm out of my face, squirrel. That was the monkey of dreams. That's how you win the game. Literally just have him. It's like the best strat. You can get switched. Just mostly, well, then you don't have to be here anymore, do you? Just because I think that more health is better than more attack in most scenarios. I do need to buy a guy. You're past the prime. Skip it. A 5 who does something. A crocodile technically does indeed do a thing. And you're back. I'm so sorry I let you get killed last turn. I didn't mean it. I mean, I meant it, but I didn't mean it, if you get my drift. Kind of wish we had scaling that was good. The problem being, I was like, well, there is the scaler, a dragonfly, you had your opportunity. And then I also thought, well, who am I going to get rid of to get it, though? Probably the mosquito. But then there's the 3, but probably still better, though. Okay, you've convinced me. I will buy the dragonfly if it chooses to appear again, although I am doubtful whether it might or not. Big frog? Get stepped on, son? Yes. No, but yes? You get melon? No, you won't. Oh, you have to have an open spot. Okay, goodbye. And you get this. Alright, we have the setup. There's no point in putting you here to get melon. Is melon better than lemon? For right now, I'd say it is. I'll actually keep the scenario we have going on there. You can have a pineapple. And I would love you as well. I do love a seal. It's hard to get them because usually it's pretty far in the game before you can actually get them. But when you do have them, I think I just like buying tools and foods. I like the worm as well. I think I just like buying out of the shop instead of making decisions. I feel like it's just easier to be like, always just buy food. Simple strategy, no need to like trade out your animals or anything like that. You just focus hard on getting food in. Yummy, yummy. Nobody is permanent. Well, you're pretty great though. In exchange for who? No one? Probably no one. Maybe like this, and then they get the big ones. Give one. Oh, but this is a pretty good chance of us not of missing someone. So then you should do like this, like this. Beautiful. I would love him. He's great scales. However, well, you could get rid of the crocodile. Is that worth it? Minus a crocodile? I think it might be. Yeah. And I would like you to get it because your pineapple doesn't do anything, so having that actually matters. We could give someone... This is scaling, but we've committed to this scenario. We've committed to the macaw, and therefore we can't really buy anything else. Pivots have been disabled in the name of one amazing unit. You need to be stronger than 12-12. I will admit I forgot how weak you were. It's kind of late in the game. Ow, ouchie. Owie. Kind of rude. Excuse me, sir. I'll throw my fancy glove at you, sir. No, but yes and no. 2 gold for 4 apples. That's actually a lot better than what I thought it was when I started saying that sentence. Another snail. Not my best shop, but we did get a little bit of stats. Is a little bit of stats gonna save my one dearest and truest heart? Even if it's a cute little video game pixel heart? It's not even a pixel heart. It's smooth and boring. Lame. Okay, we have Big Monkey though. No. Oh. It didn't matter anyway because he was gonna die. And, well, you have a decent number of health. Okay. We live to tell one more day. We need 7 wins. A little bit of an ask, I will say. You could have this. You could have this. You could, if you really wanted to have this. I swear that's not a tier 6 though. That just sounds so crazy high to me. Giving you a carrot would do nothing. Impulsive thought, why would I give him a carrot? Because he'd look cute holding a carrot with his little monkey fingers? Joke's on you, he doesn't have fingers. See? Behind these throbbing little pictures of onions or lemons, you can see he has no fingers. Nobody here has any fingers besides the bird. Are bird feet? Those are not called fingers. They're not called toes either, I assume. Probably its own secret language. Well, that was stinker. Well, is that like a 1 win, a 4, and a 3? Okay, well, last time I played, I did get some hot scores. So we're doing a reset of I don't think the weekly is great, but also, could it be that I'm not great? No, it's the children that are wrong. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.